Hello, folks. Welcome to my channel, Rico's Paradigm. Today, I want to do a comparison between dating a Filipino single mother and a Western single mother. Dating single mothers, whether in the Philippines or elsewhere, comes with both risk and benefits. Understanding these risks is critical for expats, particularly Westerners, in order to establish a happy and healthy relationship. There are significant differences that must be considered due to cultural, social, and economic factors. The risk of dating single mothers in the Philippines will be discussed in this vlog, as well as how they differ from those of dating single mothers in the West. I will also state important factors to consider before starting a relationship with a single mother. Because traditional Filipino culture places a high value on family unity and chastity before marriage, single mothers in the Philippines face significant social stigma. A single mother may feel pressure to prove herself, particularly if she has an unmarried child or a previous relationship that ended in divorce. Navigating these cultural quirks can be challenging for an expat. Her family or community may judge a relationship, especially if there are concerns about the expat's motivations. In contrast, many Western countries have a higher proportion of single mothers. Raising a child on one's own is less stigmatized and more widely accepted in society. Nonetheless, single mothers in the West may still have to deal with issues such as balancing work and childcare. Although there may be fewer cultural differences for expats dating Western single mothers, they may still encounter difficulties due to the mother's independence and priorities. In the Philippines, single mothers often face more severe financial difficulties. Many Filipino single mothers struggle to provide for their children, especially if the child's father is not in the picture. This could mean dealing with an expat's explicit or implicit financial expectations. An expat can occasionally be viewed as a source of funding. In these types of relationships, financial transparency is essential. Although single mothers in the West are not immune to financial hardship, they frequently have access to government assistance, child support payments, and higher paying employment opportunities. In Filipino culture, family is extremely important. In the Philippines, a single mother's extended family is often very close to her and can assist with child rearing or provide emotional support. An expat may need to navigate complex family dynamics. You might have to deal with her family members' opinions or meddling, which could influence her decisions or your relationship. Filipino single mothers frequently prioritize their children's well being first. This is admirable, but if the expat feels alienated in the mother child relationship, it may cause problems. Single mothers in the West seldom rely on their extended family. They often choose to raise their children alone under the guise of independence. In the Philippines, traditional and conservative values heavily influence parenting practices. Respect for elders is very important, and discipline may be more severe. These parenting approaches may seem strange to an expat or even contradict their personal beliefs. Furthermore, expats may not know how to guide or discipline the child. While a lack of participation may lead to feelings of alienation, cross boundaries may result in conflict. Western parents value individuality and just talking to the child regardless if it works or not. This is more a liberal approach. Misunderstandings may still arise if the mother's parenting style and her partner's expectations differ. Many single mothers in the Philippines carry emotional baggage into their new relationships. These could include betrayal, loss, or abandonment. Problems from previous relationships may still arise, particularly if the mother's ex partner remains actively involved in her life. This may cause them to be cautious or hesitant when making new connections. It may take some time and effort for an expat to gain her trust. The stability of the relationship may be jeopardized if emotional baggage from previous relationships manifests as insecurity or a fear of commitment. On the other hand, an expat's own intentions might be questioned if they are perceived as only seeking a casual hookup. Expat dating Filipino single mothers must understand the legal environment. Philippine law has a significant impact on parental rights, especially for unmarried parents. According to Philippine law, an unmarried mother has full parental authority over her child. Thus, unless the father formally recognizes the child, his legal rights may be limited. International partners who want to be more involved in their child's life may face issues with co parenting or visitation rights. The lack of divorce laws in the Philippines complicates relationships involving Filipino single mothers. Many single mothers may still be concerned about the legal consequences of a previous relationship, such as co parenting with a former partner or being unable to file for divorce. For expats who are unfamiliar with the complexities, this situation can lead to emotional and legal entanglements. Annulment procedures, which are similar to divorce, are frequently time consuming and costly, adding to the challenges that expats must face. Expats must also understand their role in child support. Understanding the legal requirements for child support is critical as a relationship progresses and becomes serious. Once a father is legally recognized in the Philippines, he is required to pay child support, which may impose financial obligations on the expat. This aspect of Filipino law is an important legal consideration for international partners who may not fully understand the scope of their responsibilities. Relationships with expats are sometimes romanticized in the Philippines. A single mother may see an expat as a way to secure her child's financial future or improve their opportunities. Even though true love is at the heart of many of these relationships, unrealistic expectations can lead to dissatisfaction or conflict. It is critical for the expat to understand whether the relationship is based on affection and respect for one another or on practical considerations. To avoid misunderstandings, goals and intentions should be communicated clearly. In contrast, Western single mothers are likely to idealize relationships with men as a means of achieving financial independence later on, so long as they perceive that man as being wealthy. Children in the Philippines are very protective of their mothers. Gaining the child's acceptance can take time, especially if they have strong ties to their biological father or are afraid of strangers. If an expat is unfamiliar with Filipino parenting customs, it may be difficult to integrate into the child's life. Living with a Filipino single mother frequently requires a significant amount of cultural adjustment. An expat should expect a steep learning curve from understanding Filipino customs to adjusting to extended family dynamics. Long term commitment may also entail providing material and emotional support for the child's education and upbringing. When dating Western single mothers, cultural differences are usually less noticeable, though they may still exist. Long term commitment requires striking a balance between the mother's parental responsibilities and their shared goals. In conclusion, dating single mothers, whether Filipino or Western, carries certain risks. To successfully navigate these relationships, expat must understand cultural, social, and economic differences. Whereas Western single mothers may place a higher value on independence, Filipino single mothers may struggle with cultural expectations, family dynamics, and financial constraints. Overcoming these risks and developing a meaningful relationship with a single mother necessitates open communication and an openness to change. All right, folks, that is all for today's show. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.